we just kind of exploded over the past year. There was a point in time where we were begging people to come in, dragging people in off the street, but now there are so many patients. We are trying to find places to put them and making sure that people can get an appointment. So that's the biggest thing, more patients.
Mm.
And with more patients comes more revenue, meaning that I can increase the pay for my employees. It's just myself and two other people, but it feels good to be able to pay them what they're worth.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And people are hearing that, hey, with this increased revenue within the last 12 months, and they're probably thinking it just happened like that. But like you said, you were pulling people off the streets. Tell them what are some of the things that you were doing prior to that for you to even get here. Just you can just list some things.
Okay. So one of the biggest things is advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Visibility is big in the EBS school.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of took that to heart and just really beat the streets and went out and met people and sent flyers and letters to every possible person we could. We visited churches, schools, you name it, we did it. We put up flyers in Starbucks. We went into the liquor stores. Like, can we put our flyer in here? So visibility, visibility, visibility.
So really, like you said, beating the streets, going there and really pounding the pavement for like a considerable amount of time. And then it looked as if like you were just having to have them trickle in. And then now it's like an explosion that's going on. So with this explosion, you've been able to tell us about your tangible wins. But now what are some of the intangible wins that you've noticed within your business within the last 12 months?
I think the intangible wins, which end up turning into tangible wins, is
Mhm.
that the people who see us love the office so much that they started referring their family and their friends and their coworkers.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And the word started to spread that this was a good place to be, to the point where we have nurses from the ER referring patients to our office who don't have PCPs.
Wow.
So I
So
think that's huge.
that is huge. So a huge intangible win is that your name is now being put out there as the person to go to for care, to the
Yeah.
point that people are referring family, coworkers. They're saying that, hey, you don't have I know a doctor. I know someone. I
Yeah.
know a place where you can go and get this awesome care. And it's right down there. Wow. So the
Yeah, I
name
think
is
that's
there. You're
great if
visible.
people trust us enough to send their family here.
Yes. So the trust, you were able to build that trust within your community. And people, for those who are listening, Dr. Jarita is a family medicine doctor. And so she's really built a practice there within the community. And so she went there and started from scratch. And now you're hearing this explosion with tangible wins of people referring others to her practice. Now, within the whole thing of business. We have some ups and we have some downs. Now, we know that we don't stay down and we don't even consider them losses. We consider them lessons that we've learned within this last 12 months. What are some of the biggest lessons you learned within your business?
I would say the biggest lessons are to delegate. There were so many things that I was trying to juggle.
Mhm.
And it came to a point where I just couldn't do it all. And the person who was doing my billing, she still does my billing, but we kind of transition her position into biller plus office manager. And she's
Mhm.
taking so much off my plate, and she's really running the office, and that allows me to actually do the clinical stuff and not try to keep all the balls in the air.
So being able to delegate and recognize that as the CEO within your business, you might want to be able to do everything. And do you think that part of you wanting to do everything is because that you started this like from scratch in there when you're like, well, I need to do everything? Go ahead, tell us.
We didn't have any money. So we couldn't pay anybody to be full time at that time. So I had to do everything.
Mm-hmm. But then
Yeah.
as the business, got bigger, you recognize that I'm
Yeah.
moving to a different phase.
Right. And now we need to hire again.
There we go. Recognizing that you've moved to a different phase and now you're even now to hire more staff. So being able to delegate some of these duties off of your plate to other staff members who are well suited to do this, right? Because we always feel like we should be the one, we should be the one, but we know that there's sometimes there are people that are well suited to do it. You're able to do that. You freed up more time for yourself, and then you're now able to bring in more revenue, and that revenue is now allowing you to be able to hire another person. So it's really that lesson of recognizing when it is to go ahead and delegate so that you can delegate to grow. How hard was that to come to that point?
It's still hard for me because it's like this is my baby to rock, and it's hard for me to let go of the stuff that I'm used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
But my office manager helps me. She's like, Dr. Higgins, you shouldn't be doing that. Anything administrative, give it to me.
I love it. Love it. So you definitely have a family practice with a lot of family oriented staff that are all in it in order to make sure that your business is being successful. Now, that's some of the tangible wins and some of the lessons that you learned within the business, but then within the business school, we're going to bring it back. What would you say? How was the business school able to help you within those last 12 months to be successful within your business?
I think that it gave me kind of like business lessons, things that I wasn't always doing.
Mhm.
Like Dr. Una had a session on like how your business leaks money. It's like, well, here's
Mhm.
where you lost money at the front desk and in collections and here and there. And that we kind of found all the places that we were bleeding and plugged the holes. And
Mhm.
then just getting ideas from other classmates. One of the other ideas I got from other classmates was just how they built their practice through Google reviews. And at
Mhm.
one time we had a Google link, but we weren't really asking people for it. So we posted it and we started sending out emails, asking people to review us after they saw us. And that really made us visible online. And a lot of people ask them, how did you find our office? Because it isn't easy to find our office like walking down the street. We're inside of a church. I mean, we have signs and everything, but a lot of people
Mhm.
pass by it and they don't realize we're in here. But a lot of people just Google doctor near me. And since we have those reviews, which was really pushed by a lot of my classmates, so I kind of got that idea from them about kind of
Mhm.
asking every person for a review and making it a challenge to get more reviews that boosted our visibility.
Love
Mhm.
it. Love it. So just really learning from your classmates and getting ideas and then learning where we need to plug some holes
Yeah.
because we're leaking revenue in different places that you're unaware of unless you really sit and take that time to plug those holes. Now, we know that, you've been one of our, we call our EBS OGs, right? One of those of us within the school has been there for almost since the beginning, right? Now, there are some people who are listening to this great conversation and they're just not really sure if they should join the business school. They're like, I don't know, really, what's going on up in there? Why I should join? They're very curious. What would you say to that person?
I would say that it's really the first step in getting your goals off of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Zion Family Practice has been our idea since 2008, 2009, and I just could not get it started.
Wow.
And yeah, I needed that push. I needed the tangible steps
Mm-hmm.
to get it going. And EBS is a huge part of the reason why I'm talking to you from my office today. Yeah.
So let's talk about that too. So, like you said, that it was like a huge push. You joined EBS what year and then started Zion what year?
When did I join EBS? It's been so
2020?
long.
2020.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I joined in 2020 or 2021, but I know I opened the Giant Family Practice November of 2021.
November of 2021.
So
And this has
it
been
wasn't long after.
it's
Yeah,
been a
because
goal for how long? Since
the
'08.
first thoughts were like 08, 09, because I was living in New Orleans at the time and working for another clinic. Yeah.
So '08, '09, you joined EBS, whether it's the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021, irrespective, by November of 2021, you had your business, you
Yeah.
started it, you've been working it, and then right now you're having these exponential growth. And so you're saying for those who are sitting outside and thinking about joining the school, you said this is a great step to get the thoughts and the ideas out of your mind on paper and getting it executed.
Yeah, there's so many moving parts to a business, and unless you have some kind of framework, you probably gonna be floundering. I was floundering, and
Mm-hmm.
EBS gives you that framework.
Love it. So if you're looking for a framework to help you to get your business off the ground, then come and join us here in EBS. Is it that simple?
Is that simple? Yeah.
I love it. Well, with that, we're going to end this wonderful conversation. Thank you so much, Dr. Jarita, for taking the time out from your busy practice to come here and to let others know about what's going on inside the EntreMD Business School, about your lessons, about the tangible, the intangible wins, and about how you're able to get this exponential growth from going there and beating the streets, aka hitting the pavement and getting things done, getting that thought and idea that's been a dream of yours since 2008. And in 2021, you made it a reality. So, like she says, if you really want to be able to put your dreams out and make it a reality, it's that simple. Come and join us here inside the EntreMD Business School. All righty. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you guys next time.